Oh, man. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Kryptonite Core. Today's Friday. Today's Friday. Good old faithful Friday. It's been a productive day so far. Completed a reset at work. Difficult it was, but um, got it finished. Got it completed. Got it put in the bag. Direct manager he was very sick today. But we, as a team, we finished strong. The other set of our team were doing another task, another reset, and they did pretty damn well as well. I don't know how I don't know how far along they got dealing with the tools, the drills and the wrenches and all that stuff, but they did pretty solid over in that realm of things, I believe. Um, Said my goodbyes, and I departed, and I left my employer with my head held high. And I had to leave a little early because I have to cut hours, cut overtime. But um, it's Friday, so I left work at we'll say 11:45 ish, and then I went and donated plasma, and it was good. Plasma today was it's good like it normally is. One thing though, the person that was beside me had to get restuck, and it was his second time donating. So he donated last week for the very first time, and then this week was his very first time donating plasma. And donating plasma this time went very, very south. Like he wasn't doing well at all. Um, yeah, he had to get restuck and everything, and um, it wasn't taking his blood. And then they seen that he had a giant blood clot that was shoved in the machine, and it was causing severe complications. He got hooked up before I got there, and he was hooked up after I got there, and all this crap. And I wish him the best. All right, donating plasma is not necessarily for everybody. It's good cash, I guess. Hi. I I read Turkey. I guess you mean you're from Turkey. Welcome to the channel. Hope you're having a tremendous, good old faithful Friday. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's a great day for you. Everybody deserves to have each and every day to be a good day. So yeah, that dude was having a little bit of complication. This is very good live. Yeah. Today is a very good day. This live, it's okay. I mean, I'm here. You're here. It makes it great, right? But it could be better. It could be so much better. But I only have a certain amount of perimeters that I can work with, and so yeah. Main app channel. I appreciate it. Yes, this is my main channel, really my own channel. I used to have another YouTube channel as well. Mainly talked about professional wrestling on there. Had a good time with my friend TJ and Chase and the rest of the gang. We had a tremendous time. We all went our separate ways after doing YouTube for a little bit over a year together, and had a little bit of growth in that time, but development in that time. But then I left, and my interest was not YouTube at all. Now I'm just trying to build up my community, trying to build up my following, and just try to be an individual. So I'm doing like this test run of doing live streams for an hour for 30 days and seeing how that works. Now, towards the end of the stream, if I don't have anybody, watching or anything like that, then I normally just get up and I just, exit the stream. But that's how it works, Sometimes you get views and sometimes you don't. And especially a smaller channel like myself, I barely even survive. So yeah. The guy that was donating plasma, I wish him the best, but key with donating plasma, you got to find out how it affects you and how it affects your body. And so for myself, like they tell me every single time, do not drink coffee and do not drink it, especially before or after coffee. This is some good coffee, but you're not actually supposed to do that, but it actually helps my blood vessels get back to normal. Um, and also beforehand, it actually makes them size up a little bit, get ready to donate. But if I drink too much, it like, whew, and they disappear. All right. So, yeah. Um, but yeah, today's been good. And then, so when they were ringing me up and they were saying, okay, this is how much you've gotten, this is how much you earned today. She said, you earned $90. Okay, $90 is not that much. But normally for donating plasma at this center, it is 50 for the first donation and 70 for the second. So I was like, 90 dollars. That sounds off to me. So she said, why does 90 sound off to you? I said, well, it's not normally the pay rate. She says, well, since you did not use a certain percentage of your water bag, because they give you like a water bag when you get hooked up, it's like an IV type thing. Since you didn't use a percentage of your bag, you got a bonus today for not using that. And I was like, well, that's interesting. I said, does this happen every single time that I donate? Because I would make a lot of money after that. And she says, no, it's only select occasions that you actually get this opportunity. So she said, just stay hydrated every single time you come in, drink plenty of water the day before, and blah, blah, blah. And I said, you got it. I mean, if I can make a little bit extra, and plus if they give us, once in a while, because there was another worker there that said that sometimes they bring back the bonuses monthly, and so the bonus is normally $50. So or $40. I think it's $40. So if they give you a bonus on top of what you normally get paid, yeah. So I mean, they give you a bonus on top of the bonus. You're doing pretty sweet. All right. Your channel is amazing, bro. My channel's all right. I wouldn't say it's for everybody. My channel's all right. Uh, my main thing is you just got to get up in the morning, you got to try. Okay, you got to put a plan together to give it your best. Your best compared to somebody else's is two different things. See, your worst enemy throughout this life is comparing yourself to somebody else. And I hear all the time, like I watch NFL, I watch, the National Football League all the time, and people, fans of the sport, are comparing Jalen Daniels to Caleb Williams, and I just tell them, knock it off, stop comparing two people because they're different. Okay, they have two different obstacles, they have two different teams, they have two different systems, they have two different lives. Don't compare them. They're two different sets of people. Let them do their own deal, and let's not worry about comparing. But I I appreciate the compliment of thinking my channel is amazing. Um, I just try. I just try my best. And what's going on, Presley? How you doing today? How's everybody doing? Um, so yeah, I got that extra bonus from donating plasma, and I was like, that's not too bad. It's not tons. It's not tons of money. It's not tons of revenue or anything. Um, which if anybody's out there is thinking about donating plasma is not the worst thing in the world. It's actually pretty decent. Um, it's not taxable. You don't have to file taxes on it. And today it only took me 42 minutes to do it, and I thought it was incredible. But you got to figure out your own body because some people can and some people can't donate because their bodies do or don't allow them to do so. Or they're just petrified of needles. And I don't like needles. I hate them. But if I can make some cash and actually be able to pay two of my bills and stuff with that money, and then eventually over time be able to save up on tattoo money because I love getting me some tattoos. I'm not a fan of needles, but I am a fan of the art and the precision that goes into the tattoo itself. Because I have a few tattoos, and I enjoy all the work that I have. The guy who did my tattoos is from Muncie, Indiana, and his name is, I'll just say his name is Tattoo Josh. Josh from that tattoo studio, and Josh did a tremendous job. But when I go donate plasma, I always look away and then get stuck, and then 99% of the time it goes smoothly. It's when I first started donating, it was very similar to that kid though, where he was having problems on the machine and all that stuff, and those moments are not fun at all because they're like, am I going to get my money today, kind of thing, So yeah, but the main thing is keeping hydrated, which I got coffee on one side of me, and I got apple juice on my other side. Apple juice. So how's everybody doing? I know we have nobody here. Not a freaking soul, man. But it's a Friday. Everybody's enjoying the weather. Speaking of the weather here in Greenville, North Carolina, see, earlier I watched like the weather report on YouTube through a couple different sources, and they said it was going to be cold. Later in the week, it was going to be freezing. And parts of North Carolina, it was. Okay, we got our first snow this year in western North Carolina. I live on the eastern part of North Carolina, though. So we got zero snow. Okay, so it was for a couple days this week, it was in the 40s. A couple days this week, it was in the 40s, and it felt all right. It wasn't like super cold where I couldn't survive or anything. But those images that I've seen from Western North Carolina look, pretty snazzed up. I feel sorry for the people who are living in tents right now because of the hurricane, because that's not the best situation at all. That's not great whatsoever. So just gotta stay hopeful and you gotta stay faithful. And there's people from my employer that went over there several times to help out. So yeah. I am doing my live stream a little earlier, but stay on for an hour and then or around 40 minutes, because if I don't have people for a certain amount of time, I just cut my losses and get off. But that it counts towards the day. So, but yeah. What else I want to say? Tomorrow I gotta go buy a pizza. Let me see. For at least 40 minutes. Even though nobody's watching. Sucks. But no interaction. So it is what it is. I had a little bit of a thing in the comments. That's not bad. So as I'm waiting. I'm going to try to stay on here for 40 minutes. Yeah, if I don't have views in by 40 minutes, or by probably 25 or something, I might hop off here. But and I don't know how well my teams did last night on my fantasy. Well, it doesn't really tell me. I could go over that, I guess. Yeah, put it. You have 2 players on your starting lineup. Oh, those players will be benched. What are you talking about? All right. Oh, yeah, that's why I benched him. That's why I benched James Cook. Man, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. I don't know. Should I put him in there? James Cook. I'm gonna go ahead and do that because James Cook is a monster, and the Bills, they suffered without him. So I'm gonna go ahead and move him up, and that just means I took Chase Brown, the Cincinnati Bengals running back, which is really their star running back. Took him out of the star running back. I don't like doing that because Cincinnati this weekend's taking on Cleveland. They're taking on Cleveland, which means the game's going to be a little intense. So I could take out, the Carolina Panthers running back. Could take that baby out. But I don't know. And then Justin Fields is getting possibly, I guess, benched for Russell Wilson, which, I mean, Russell Wilson's all right, but let's be honest. Justin Fields is a hell of a lot better than Russell at this stage of the game. I got a feeling it's going to be, Tomlin's going to be like, I made a mistake. Can I replay history? I mean, good Lord. Tomlin, you're going to make a mistake by having Russell Wilson play in that game. It's okay. It's okay. All right. It's okay. All right. I was also thinking about having Darrell Mooney, former Chicago Bear wide receiver, too, but unfortunately that will not be taking place. Changes have been made. Good. Okay. All right. You have 1 injured player on your starting lineup. I'm number 2, which isn't bad, I guess. Okay, this team right here, I have 20 points. Awesome. All 20 points is from the Denver Broncos because last night, actually, I can go through the statistics of that game because I just want to have something to talk about instead of just like muttering about, whatever in the world. I feel like I'm just, talking to myself type shit. But Thursday night football last night, and I did a live stream last night, and it lasted 49 minutes because I didn't have any people in the thing. So, but last night we had the Denver Broncos taking on the Saints. What a game it was, right? The return of Sean Payton to the Saints playground, their dome. Let's see how well everybody did. So game stats is what I like to look at. Okay, summary. Don't care about the summary. Okay, so this is the box score. Okay, so the Broncos. Bo Nix, who's a rookie quarterback, was 16 to 26, which isn't bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. Percentage. We're just going to skip the percentage. I don't really care. But yards was 164. 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, QBR rating of 85. Okay. That's all right. Bo Nix, he's all right. I think it's a step in the right direction. Okay. Rushing, they had the freaking backup quarterback, Jared, Woo! I don't know why you're having him rush. And when he rushed, he got -2 yards. Okay, questionable. Um, they had Williams. Okay, so here's the cool thing, weird thing. Williams, I had in one of my fantasy leagues last week. Williams, you sucked bad last week. All right, you were dreadful last week. You got point like 20 or point 80. Okay, what the hell happened? This week you got 2 freaking touchdowns. 2 touchdowns. Okay, what is going on here? Like Williams, 88 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's pretty good. Okay. Bo Nix, the quarterback, he got 75 yards rushing as well. All right, so he was number 2. But Mr. Williams, what the? I mean, come on, man. I mean, so receiving, number 1. We have some guys I've never heard of these people before. I don't like hanging out with these guys or anything, but I've never heard of these guys. Cortland Sutton, a few years ago, this guy was like a main thing coming out of college. Woo! Cortland Sutton, and he's turned into one of the biggest flops of all time. All right, everybody else, a guy who got 50 yards, Troy. Guy who got 41 yards, Lucas, Okay, cool. Defense, I don't care. All right. Will, he got 1 point. That's great. Just 1 freaking point. That's great. He's been with the Saints for a moment too. But he's with the Broncos now. Oh, isn't that funny? So Will actually used to be with, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Will used to be with the damn Saints. Okay, so this was not just a game. I didn't know. I didn't realize that. That's funny. Okay, so that is hilarious. So the coach, Sean Payton, returned to the Saints, but their kicker also returned to the Saints. I think there was somebody else too. I can't think of who it was, but I'm looking through their defense. I can't find who the son of gun was, but there's Marvin Mims Jr., the little guy. They should have used him as a running back, but Broncos won. Now let's see the Saints numbers, all right? Let's see the Saints numbers. Spencer Rattler, all right? This dude right here, this rookie, this is his second start. 25 of 35, okay? 172 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, QBR rating of 85. 25-35, 16 of 26. 172 yards, 64. QBR rating of 85.27, 85.16. The point is, Spencer Rattler. I have a worker that was like, "Did you see the game last night between the Broncos and the Saints?" And I was like, "No, I don't really watch football. I just pay attention to the statistics of the damn game, because that's where the fun's at, right? It's in the statistics of the damn game, right?" So he was like, "Well, that Spencer Rattler guy is not that great. He sucks. He's not that good at all." And I was like, "Well, okay, let's calm down a little bit. I think the kid's actually doing pretty dang good where he's at, okay? He starts really late in the season, okay? We're almost to week 8, okay? Week 8 when we got the good old Redskins versus the Chicago Bears. I got a game I'm anticipating to see. This weekend we got the Lions versus the Vikings. That's the game I'm looking forward to see. So Spencer Ware starts last week, week 6, okay? He did all right. This week he did all right. And I would actually say he slightly outplayed Bo Nix. Okay, that's maybe a controversial statement. Spencer Rattler outplayed Bo Nix, but I think he slightly did. Okay, his numbers, they speak for themselves. Okay, now, did he throw a touchdown? Did he throw an interception in either one of those games? He may have thrown an interception last week, I don't know. But this week he did a good job, okay, a solid job. he could improve drastically. Okay, I think that improvement starts by getting a head coach that actually wants to teach the game to the freaking players. Because right now, the Dennis Allen guy, who's the head coach of the Saints, you're a you're a bust and a half. I don't know how to put it to you any more friendly. I don't like you. Mainly, I don't like you because you took the job away from, or not away from, Sean Payton, like, left. You know, he traded him to the Broncos or whatever because he just wanted something different, right? Which is understandable, right? But Dennis Allen's just not the right pick for the job. Now, are they going to get rid of him? People are like, fire him. He doesn't deserve that job. He deserves the job. He deserves a head coaching job. Just not with this particular team. Because you go from the beginning of the season, when the Saints looked impressive, when the Saints looked dominant, when the Saints defense were just destroying a team after a team. They were doing incredible things. But then all of a sudden, they started doing really, really bad. Okay? They started doing horrible. And this is not a good thing. This is a bad thing. Okay? So, I would like to see next year Spencer get his rear end fired. Or not Spencer, Dennis Allen get his rear end fired. But, you know, that's just because I have my motives. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel, anybody and everybody. Just talking about football, I guess, or whatever anybody else wants to talk about, but, you know. I thought I had a comment. Nope. Came, they saw, and they left. Cool. All right, so for rushing for this team, Spencer Rattler had 34 yards. He's a rushing quarterback. Could be good, could be bad. Mr. Miller had 36. Jamal Williams, former Packer, had 17. Alvin Kamara had 10. Alvin Kamara had 10. Alvin Kamara had 10 rushing yards. 10 rushing, 10 freaking, what the fuck? Okay, let me get my face into focus. He had 10 yards. 10 rushing yards. What the? I mean, this is not good at. You're giving, okay, so Spencer Rattler. Let me say something to you, buddy. You need to pass the dang ball to your running back once in a while. Let him do his thing, okay? Because Alvin Kamara is more talented than most of the team, okay? He can give the victories, okay? You guys are sitting at 2-5, I believe, something like that. You need a victory, all right? Alvin Kamara needs to run that ball. It doesn't need to be Mr. Miller. It doesn't need to be Spencer Rattler, okay? You guys might be fast. But this dude right here, Alvin Kamara, can't be stopped. He's untamable, undeniable. He is the guy, okay? He's the guy that's going to hold the Saints up. And I thought at the beginning of the season, after they broken down the back of the Cowboys, I thought the Cowboys foes, the Saints, were going to be the dominant team going into the season. I was very, very mistaken. I was very, very wrong. So I want to see Alvin Kamara used better because there's no reason why he should not be used better. Alvin Kamara is tremendous. Especially having Jamal Williams used more than him by 7 yards is not, I don't understand it. So yeah. 33-10. Good job. All right. Anyways. So how's everybody doing? Today's Friday. Why the video quality is so low? Well, the video quality's of me, and my camera is pretty damn good. So maybe you need to fix your camera because there's nothing wrong with the video quality because this is a pretty damn good camera. Maybe you meant to say something else, like what is presented on the camera. Sorry, I'm not gonna juggle, or I'm not going to write a bull or something, because I just don't have those types of things lined up in my life right now. But the presentation in the video, the camera is about as good as it gets. So, if you're not a fan of this, well, that's okay, because everything's not for everybody. So, yeah. Oh, back to, talking about the Thursday night football game. So they have the top scorers for the Thursday night football game, okay, for fantasy football. And 4 of the 5 are Denver Broncos, okay? So you have Mr. Williams, who 2 weeks ago did 0 for me. Yeah, at least it doesn't lag each 5 seconds. I'm thinking it might be your connection with the internet because mine's not lagging whatsoever. Okay. Mine's not lagging at all. Mine's good connection, good, good everything. All right. So I'm sorry having that issue though. Sorry. Javonte Williams, 88 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 receiving, 23 yards. In fantasy football, he got 26.1 points. Last week, he got 0.80. Woo! That's a big old turnaround. Broncos defense, 1 tackle, 2 FR, 6 sacks, 10 points against. So they had 21 points. Now, for my fantasy leagues in the NFL.com website, the Yahoo ones I haven't checked yet, but they're probably pretty good too right now. But NFL ones, I got 20 points, not 21. I wish I would have got 21. That would have been incredible. Broncos have a good defense. It could be better, but they got rid of a couple key elements within the last few years. Will, good old Willie boy, their kicker, 2 of 2, 39 field goal. Then he also got a 140-49 field goal as well. And then so he was great. 18 points for that baby. 18 points. So he got 2 complete field goals, and he still got 18 points. That's incredible. Then you got Bo Nix, the actual quarterback, who's a rookie quarterback, by the way. He got 16 of 26, 164, 75 yards rushing, 14 points. Okay, even though I slightly think that Spencer Rattler, another rookie, outplayed him just slightly in the game. I think it's good, though, that we have that kind of a competitiveness between the 2 rookies. But Bo Nix, he's doing pretty good. He got a good team around him. Then you got number 5, which actually they placed him at number 4, but number 5, which is the only Saints player even mentioned on this list, which was Cedric Wilson Jr., 6 receiving, 57 yards, and 1 touchdown. Interesting. So he got 17 points in fantasy football, which is pretty good. Bo Nix getting 14 is not the greatest thing ever, because if you get a quarterback that's giving you 14 points, that might be okay, but that might not be good enough to actually pull out a victory in fantasy football for that particular week. I try to go, this year I went and drafted in most of my leagues. I drafted either Lamar Jackson or Patrick Mahomes in a lot of my leagues. Well, Lamar Jackson has worked out because he normally gets around 19 to 22 points per game. So those games and those particular, instances, I'm winning those games because Lamar's holding up his part of the bargain, right? Patrick Mahomes' reception yardage from last year compared to this year in fantasy football has dropped considerably because last year he would get 20, like basically what Lamar's getting this year, between 19 and 22 per game. This year, you're lucky if he gets 13 or 14 points in fantasy because he's not running the ball. He's staying in the pocket. He's struggling a little bit. And I thought for a little bit of time that he was actually dealing with a slight injury, but I'm not exactly entirely positive on that. But they're winning games. That's what they're going to say. They're winning games. So, yeah. So, and I'll probably stay on here. I don't know how long I'll stay on here. What's this? What the hell? That's a tasty little thing right there. Animal. Okay, so this woman was arrested. She looks sad. She looks really sad. But woman arrested for animal cruelty after cutting dog's throat, released by courts on her own. This is really disturbing. Stuff you find on Instagram. Oh boy, wow. That's impressive. Sean Payton has defeated every NFL team as a head coach. He has, because he came back yesterday and returned back to his good old stomping grounds to defeat the Saints. And Ben Roethlisberger disagrees with the Steelers' latest apparent quarterback change. I would disagree with it too. Russell Wilson should not be the starting quarterback. Yeah. About the hip hop off of Instagram. Just on here for a moment. You guys haven't? Well, nobody's on here now, but there was 2 people on there. In messages. Who the hell is this dude? I don't know who that is. Okay, another person? I don't know. Okay, another person? I don't know. Another person? I don't know. All right, now go to Facebook. Sheamus defeated Giovanni Vinci to advance to the next round of the WWE Speed Tournament. They repackaged Vinci, and it turns into a complete embarrassment. You guys got plans for the weekend? Oh, that little wolf. No, that little fox. A little fox and a little squirrel. I'll give it until 45. Yeah, no threats for the Carolinas for the foreseeable future. Hopefully, we don't have any more threats the rest of the year. Josh Brolin joins Ager, writes the running man in villain role opposed or opposite of Glenn Powell. Yeah. I am what I am. I may not be perfect and I make mistakes, but when I care with all of my heart. Yes, indeed. They're here. The Motor City Machines. David Fields just texted me and said, thank you. He's extremely sick right now. But he told me to move the boxes into the bay, and I did the best I could. I labeled some of them, I put some of them in there, but then some of them wouldn't actually fit into the bay, so I told him, and he was cool with that. And one of my coworkers asked me today if I plan to go anywhere this weekend. I would love to go somewhere. I would love so much to just disappear, go somewhere. I might travel somewhere. I don't know. I got to go get some brand new work shoes this weekend. I also need to go to Ollie's and get me a candle or 2 candles because I try not to use my power to my apartment because utilities are too damn high. So I use candles, which might seem weird to some people. Like, how? This is not the 1312s. No, it's not. It's 2024. But you should use your brain instead of. Oh, look at that. Great burgers and wings at the Fresh Depot in Granite Falls, North Carolina, with my buddy Chris from Abbey Cab Company. Granite Falls, North Carolina. That looks good too. That food he has, the wings and the fries, they look really good. Sometime I'll go to Granite Falls. Now that's a little bit of a damn trip, but that food looks really tasty. I've never heard of either one of these dudes. He's the Carolina foodie, I guess. He's at the Fresh Depot. Never heard of these people. I don't follow him on Facebook either. It's just one of those things that popped up. One of those things that popped up. Ooh. Ooh. A group of manatees were seen in the southern shores canals recently. If you see a manatee, please call the Outer Banks Marine Mammal Stranding Network at 252-455-9654. Manatee. Man, that would be awesome to see a manatee. That would be cool. That's interesting. All right. Well, this video has not been good, but it's every day is a good day though. All right. Let's see what we have here. My friend Rick. Okay. All right. All right. Laptop. HP. And you can see yourself. Whee! See yourself. Oh, that was my camera. Yeah. There it is right there. Yep. Okay. No fun. All right. It's been a pleasure. It's been an honor. Well, my rule of thumb is if I'm not getting viewed, get the hell off of there. All right, so That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go enjoy my Friday and do absolutely nothing. And relax a little bit on this Friday. Probably play a video game or maybe watch a Halloween movie or something and just relax and do some thinking about if I want to go somewhere this weekend. Or I might just take this weekend just to relax, recuperate, rebuild, refocus, rekindle my spirits. Life's good. Life continues to get better. Every day it continues to get better. I'm happy to where I'm at. Just got to continue improving things, continue motivating myself, continue going down the path and goals that I have set in mind. I enjoyed today's video chat. There was a little bit of conversation earlier, not really much of anything, but I had a pretty good day at work, donating plasma, helping customers at work. Sometimes I'm good with helping customers, and then other times I'm not. But today I was really on par. I knew exactly where things were at. I didn't skip a beat. I was helping a decent amount of customers in a row and did a pretty effective job doing so. But anyways, I hope you guys have a tremendous Friday. Have a glorious weekend. And I'll be talking to you guys very soon. Peace.